Hey guys, welcome to the Convo Couch. My name is Sun.
My name is Connie. This is Kieran, Alice, and Jen. They are three members of the Bad Bitch Choir, and we're very excited to have them in today to talk about what it is, how you guys started, and what it actually means to be femme fatale. Cool.
Yeah.
So,
I have a quick question for you. So, how did you hear about them?
well, I actually met Kieran at a New Year's Eve party, and we just ended up having some tipsy D&M, and she was like, you need to come watch me at the MCA bar. Bad Bitch Choir.
I didn't want it that way. I was like, oh, we're like doing this gig. I like tried to play it really cool. I was like, oh, we're like doing this gig and you should like come. Like, it's not a big deal. We're just like performing at the MCA and it's totally fine.
Okay, so you actually went, yeah?
Well, I'm definitely going to go because I love the MCA. Okay. It's really good.
Okay,
yeah,
so she told you about the choir and everything.
Yeah.
And then you looked them up and you wanted to get and everything.
Yeah, I'm like really excited. And then I actually recognized Jen from this thing years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, what a small world. But I guess it's the inner west, so everyone knows everyone somehow in some way.
Bad bitches have a way of finding each other throughout.
It's very
all
true.
means.
So yeah, now that's how I met them, and now they're here, so I'm super excited. So how exactly did Bad Bitch Choir start?
Well, we actually were, it was me and Jen and two other people that have since left. We did some backup singing for a really cool two female fronted band. And we did a whole ton of gigs together, but sadly they broke up and we just kept on with it because we were sort of called Bad Bitch Choir back then because there was only, four of us.
Yeah.
It's like a mini choir.
A baby choir.
Yeah.
Baby bad bitch
Yeah,
choir.
and we just carried it on and
Yeah, I mean,
expanded it. And
it was one of those things that we were also, because I think we toured and did gigs together for about 2 years and all fell in love with each other as well. So at the end of it, it kind of just became this expansion that was was very socially oriented. Just bring all of your bad bitch friends. Let's go to a lounge or a garage, drink a shit ton of wine and belt out nostalgic tunes from the 90s. And like it started as a very, very like social gathering kind of thing.
And
which
loose.
Then very, very loose. Yeah, and it kind of really, I don't know that we really expected at the beginning for it to become its own entity
and incorporated.
Yeah.
We're
A legit not-for-profit incorporated. Yeah.
But yeah, like I think we were really surprised by like as soon as we started doing a show or two here and there, how quickly it then expanded and it's really grown from there. So now still loose, but super professional style.
Business loose.
Yeah, we were all based in Sydney, all
Okay,
kind of around inner west. Actually, I was in the mountains then, so
I
used to come in as a highlight of my week coming to the city.
I didn't realise that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You learn your things on the Convo Couch.
Can we swear? Is that
Yeah, of course.
All right, excellent. Cool. Just beep it out.
Really good to get that out of the way at the beginning.
And it's actually hard to create a symbiosis almost of people where you can go, oh, you got to harmonize over this bit, and then Jen can just do it because we've just worked together so much.
Yeah.
So that was just, it's like you work hard to work together as a team like that. You kind of don't want to lose it as well. There's a sense of magic when that happens.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
And before it was kind of like the whole expanded Bad Bitch Choir was even bigger. Like we started working on heaps of other backup vocal things together.
Yeah.
Like we were always calling each other to jump on board our own singing things or our friends singing things, other friends' bands. We did a lot of kind of backing vocals. And then so we kind of got to a point where, like any song, we would automatically fit into our harmonies because we knew exactly where each other's voices sat. We already could figure out the parts in a matter of seconds. So we've just kind of now multiplied that with 30 beautiful women. And
So how long have you guys been, like, ever since you started growing organically, how long have you guys been around for now?
I think it's about 5 years.
Wow.
Since 2013.
Yeah, I mean, but the first 2-3 years is literally us drinking and eating cheese-based snacks. And
we still do that a lot.
I mean, like now we get paid for it. Like, but
it's been probably like 3 or 4 years of like doing proper shows and then like
professionally and actively is 3
our tiny baby choir.
5 years. Yeah.
But it was a tiny baby choir, as you said, and it sounds like there was such magic and it was this really solid seed of knowing each other's harmonies and where each other's pitches are. But as you grow, of course, it's going to include other people's voices, other people's talents. How did you incorporate that while still keeping it organically and feeling very genuine bad bitch choir while growing it to become as you said, a business?
I think when we first, started kind of opening it up, bringing our friends in, it was one of those things where we were all bringing people that were already close to us in our circles. Like at the beginning, it was only friends, like people that we knew, people that we could vouch for as being total bad bitches. So it was one of those things to be like, I've got this friend who's like, you guys are all going to love her. And we kind of, it was all people that we would really vouch for personally.
And get along. Like we knew, like, because it was personally vouched for, we knew we'd get along with that person. And there wasn't going to be any friction when it came to whoever wanted the limelight, so to speak, because it's not that kind of choir. Everybody, it's a democracy, a bitchocracy.
Yeah.
so just everybody who, just like any, I mean, I don't want to call it a job, but like any workforce, you want somebody who would fit the team culture.
Right.
Yeah.
You want somebody who would understand the politics of what we stand for. So
I guess like what started as being like, far more, let's get your friends, let's have a drink of wine, let's sing. And it was very much that thing, like we would put a song or we would listen or someone would start singing a song and everyone would just kind of all jump in and like really naturally just fall where they sat. But then as we started kind of growing and realizing like, we've actually got shows to do and like lots of interest in what we're like, doing and
people caring.
Yeah.
So let's make it even more professional.
So like obviously there's an element of like finding the right balance of voices and obviously in tone and like highs, mids and lows, all that sort of stuff. But like the most important thing I think is the cultural fit into what we do, is people's values and I think that's the number one.
Yeah, it's 50% like technical ability and 50% you as a person.
Right.
Yeah, you can be the best singer in the world, but if you don't have the right values,
you don't play well with others.
It's just not going to.
I know.
Yeah. Sorry, go. Do you want to go? I just wanted to ask how Kieran, because you came in later.
Yes, I'm a freshie.
You're a freshie, so I'm very curious as to.
Oh, you're a seasoned freshman.
I've been here for like a year and a half now.
So what was it like when you joined, and what was that, your first impression? What made you want to join, and what was that kind of being like, I am a bad bitch and I belong kind of feeling?
I feel like she always knew she was a bad bitch.
That's true, but I'm a bad bitch incorporated.
Bad bitch TM.
TM. Well, actually, when I first came to the choir, I walked in and I was like a little bit nervous because like social anxiety. But I walked in and it was just this room full of just like beautiful women, and I was just like, oh no, everyone's so hot. like I walked in and I was like, oh cool, I have to like be in this room with all these like beautiful women and not go through too much of like gay panic. Okay, fantastic.
No, none of safe space.
But because I walked in, I was like, cool, everyone's attractive, awesome, this is gonna be totally fine. You can do it, Kieran, you can do it. Yeah. It's like, oh no, and everyone's an angel as well. Yeah. But but no, the energy was so good because like I think that like, especially like being a woman and being very sensitive to when you walk into a space and kind of being very like, okay, are we going to be good here or safe here or whatever? I think women are quite intuitive to that kind of feeling vibes and stuff. But I walked in and it was just like the warmest, loveliest, coziest. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I dealt with the bi panic like on the side myself, but it was amazing. And like you guys were saying before, like the energy and the personality is so important. I think that as like you guys were saying, like being a big group of people, you kind of have to be very picky about who you pick and choose because one person can really affect the energy of the rest. So, but yeah, the choir's been so much fun and so amazing that like entering it was so easy. I just like fell right in with everyone. Everyone was so welcoming and that was amazing. Yeah.
You don't feel that great about Pitch Perfectly?
Well, I've actually I like the idea. I do. And I like the fact that they're making a cappella not look like, you know, because it's these
It's not
badass
stuffy.
babes,
Yeah.
singing like fun songs.
And they do poke fun at acapella
Yeah,
guys a little bit.
They
which is
do.
great. Which is great.
Yeah.
The only issue I've got is the auto-tuning thing. But I get it. You can't get like A-list celebrity actors to all be able to be really good singers. And singing a cappella is fucking hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you've got nothing to pitch yourself to. It's just you're each other. So I mean, it's hard enough singing if you're not a singer to sing along with a backing track, but with nothing, it's gonna be fucking hard. So
And
I get it.
I do have to say we did get asked to sing at the premiere of Pitch Perfect 3 at the Bondi Cinemas.
Yes,
Which we did.
Which was
And
great.
discovered a whole new, incredibly passionate fan base of 10 to
10-year-old
12-year-old girls.
they were right at
Do
the
they come
front.
up
And
to
they're
you?
like,
At the front,
It's so
like
cute.
throwing their arms around, like all the adults there, watching the movie going, just get on with it, we want the movie to start. And all of these 10-year-old girls like dancing like mad at them,
that
going
made me
crazy.
so much
And I, like,
joy.
walking back, had little girls grabbing my arm going, I'm a bad bitch! And I was just there going, don't cry. Don't cry. And then I was like, because I think when we first got up there, we were like, oh my God, there's so many children and we're just going to have to tell them that Pony is about a horse you want for Christmas and not about anything else. And like, we have to get some of our gestures under control for the tiny children.
Oh God.
But at the end, I was like, if we're not inspiring a generation of 10-year-old girls to start calling themselves bad bitches and probably get in trouble in the car on the way home, like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I actually think that's a really incredible market as well. I think we never really think of ourselves as being suitable for children, but that gig kind of made me go, there is a whole
awesome.
group of young girls
Empowering
now
young
who are like,
women.
Yeah.
We did this gig at Petersham, Public House Petersham, like a year ago, and it was
That was
really
a very hot day.
It was very, so it was probably like a year ago, yeah.
Part of us is still melted onto the stage.
It was really cute because it was like a community event and there were like all of these like cool people performing and everything. But because it was just like in a lot of like where our stage was just like in the car park next to the pub. And there were like dogs and kids and families, but it was so cute because we did 2 sets. And by the second set, we had all these little kids like sitting in front of us, like looking up at us. And like in between sets, when I went to go to the bathroom, there was a little kid with their mum walked up and their mum was like, I'm really sorry to like bother you. And I was like, yes, bother me. Amazing. Like, please. And she walked up and she's like, my daughter just wants to say hello. And that she really loved your show and she thinks you girls are so great. And there were all these little kids just like watching us. I was like, oh, it was
I
beautiful.
actually remember at that show as well, a dad came up to me who had a daughter, she was maybe 4 or 5, and I could see her like running up to the stage doing it. He actually came up to me and he just said, that was amazing, but I just wanted to say, like, thank you, and also how happy I am that I brought my daughter here to see you today. And I was just like,
You just got the nicest compliments.
That's
So,
wonderful.
you know.
FYI, nobody ever comes up to me after a gig ever because and y'all will see this because when I'm listening to other people, I've got it on. I've got the most like terrible resting bitch face. I've been trying really hard because the cameras are rolling, so I'm trying not to. I'm like, yes, yes. But usually I'm just like,
That's your resting bitch
So
face.
people don't want to. If you've got these beautiful beaming sunlight faces, and you've got me like, who the fuck would you want to go talk to at the end of the gig?
To be very fair though, you are also in like business mode and you're like thinking about stuff and you're kind of, so I think a lot of people also
You're
are
being
like,
kind, but it's my face, I know.
she has our pitch pipe, or our bitch pipe,
Yeah.
and she's the one like
Keeping
making
us in
sure
check.
that like keeping us all in check at the beginning of each
I'm
song.
not doing
So
that
also,
after the gig, you know. It's just my face.
I think you just okay, we're done. Yep, that's great, and go straight there, and like I come off the stage like.
There was like a really great photo of us after a gig, and it was not planned. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, it was so good.
And it's just after the gig, and Jen's just like, and I'm like, oh, that's why people don't come.
People tag us in the photo, and we're like,
Oh, fire and
this
ice.
is our after stage face.
So I gotta practice
I was
on
like,
that.
why don't people come up and talk to me? And then we looked at this photo and went,
amazing.
So I've got to try and.
But isn't it? But aren't you also saying that you should be able to be yourself? So
Yeah,
if you have
but
this
also-
naturally resting bitch face, then that's
I guess they'll just have to.
embrace it.
Yeah.
You're the
and I've also said to you, I was just like, do you want other people to come and talk to you? Like, oh God, no, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want a choice to say no. I want a choice to go, no.
If someone came up to you and like say, hey, like I'm a fan, like that was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna say to them?
I'd
Like,
go,
right
oh,
now?
thank you. Business stuff, we've got a committee because we just have to have one. There's too many of us that do a lot of the boring admin stuff that has to be done.
And we really...
But the big decisions, it's always very transparent.
We put everything to a vote.
Yeah.
Everything.
Again, it's all in the constitution, and yes, we have a constitution.
Bad bitch constitution.
Yeah, it's a real legal binding document. It's weird, but yeah.
And I think as well, like we have so many powerhouse women as part of it that we're then able to leverage like everybody's skills outside of choir as well. So we've kind of got a really amazing kind of like business collective mind, people that have experience in like different areas. So people kind of step up.
It defines what us as a collective is.
Okay.
We've got a bad bitch code. It very much stipulates that we will always strive to have inclusivity and intersectionality in our feminist politics, which are very proud and unashamed to wave that feminist flag. We also make sure we are inclusive with LGBT rights, as well as ableism, as well as refugee rights, like anything that we can help and give our voices to, we will do it. And that's kind of part of our code. Our constitution has to have happened because we're incorporated. And so without getting into the logistics of things, it sort of gives rights to the body of the choir, as well as the members that are joining. So if you're feeling harassed, or if something goes wrong, or if you think there's something going funny with the financial stuff, you can actually bring it up and, settle it properly and legally. But it's just, that's never happened.
There's a lot of,
But we just had to have had that paperwork done so that we could actually just copyright the name Bad Bitch Choir.
which we own in Australia.
We own it in Australia. And Bad Bitch Apparel, like all the I think it's merchandise apparel. We've got Bad Bitch Choir copyrighted, as well as just Bad Bitch actually as well.
Yeah, we own Bad Bitch.
So if you want to be an official bad bitch, we've got to come to you.
We can technically cease and desist your ass if we want. Well, we're not going to do that.
Got 30 of us coming at your door and be like, seriously?
About your t-shirts. Where did you buy it?
Give me your money. There's a lot of stuff that's just like formalities and like keeping it all going. But when you've got such a big group of people, it really helps to just have things that just like govern the general way that things work.
We've got like treasury,
but so much about
all that stuff.
A lot about defining a bad bitch. It's so much about
it's personal ethos.
Our values and what we stand behind. Like it's far more aligned to that than trying to describe the way that a particular like person has to be or look or anything at all.
Doesn't exist.
Not at all.
I feel like it's like an internal thing being a bad bitch.
Oh, totally.
It's nothing physical at all. It's just, if you're a boss, we want to sing with you.
Yeah.
I think you have to like kind of own yourself and like have a certain point. I mean, that's always a journey and people are always on their own parts of the journey. But for me personally, I think that being a boss is like kind of like owning yourself, being kind to yourself and kind of like rocking you and all the parts that make you. But also I think that a lot of it is also like understanding how you can like affect others and kind of like taking responsibility for yourself and also being like, okay, cool, I'm a boss, I'm these things, but also like to not be horrible and affect other people. I think to be a boss is to be like kind and generous and creative. Well, not creative's not really linked to like being a boss, but like, I think it's just like, I'm doing me and you're doing you. I see that and I respect it. And that's awesome, I feel.
And I think there's a lot about, and this is being passionate and unapologetic and fierce, but also like really empowering other women.
Yes.
That's huge, yeah.
Yes.
Empowering other women because of their differences and diversity and strengths and all the things, and like lifting them up when there might be something missing. Like we're such a supportive group of people, but so much of it is, and like a lot of around our culture is empowering every single member, not just in what we do with the choir, but in all of their individual passions too. We're very like, I mean, not many people have a posse of like 20 to 30 women that can be like, hey, I'm working really hard on this thing. And then they all go, yes, and come and support you and do that. And like, we quite often like collaborate on things amongst our group as well.
And you guys have this like amazing energy together, and like you guys bond over this thing that you're all really passionate about, but like you all respect your own differences, like you all come from different walks of life, and you have certain attitude and energy about you. I think that's amazing.
I think it shows when you see us on stage, because we're not pretending to be friends. We're like, oh, I like it.
Yeah,
nice jacket. It's not like that. Well, we really are just loving the ever-loving fuck out of each other and also singing at the same time. And you can't manufacture that.
No. And we're so like, sometimes when we're performing, like we are so in our own like world, and we're always so proud of each other that sometimes I think we forget we're on stage. We applaud everyone after they finish their
100%.
their solos. And especially like if people are doing their solo for the first time, and people like in the audience will have no idea most of the time, and we'll just be like, you fucking did it. And we're like clapping and like high-fiving and hugging, and we're like, oh, next song.
Oh yeah, right. We're here to do something.
Like we're so supportive and really like genuinely excited, and to see other people do really well. And there's so much like friendship and camaraderie on stage as well. Like it's a really, I think it's quite a nice
and like
thing
if you
to
make a
watch
mistake,
it.
we all just laugh and go, ha, that was funny. It's like people just
Just
go,
jump
oh
in,
my
like-
god, you know.
We're like,
not
same.
Yeah.
Same.
It's like, sorry, I fucked that bit up. Doesn't matter.
How long do you guys see Bad Bitch Choir lasting for?
Yeah, for as long as
You're
you can
stuck
make
with
it.
me forever, guys.
I think it's also something like the last couple of years, because we've been taking on way more gigs and having really incredible opportunities, we've also like we've needed to have a stable base and minimum amount of numbers to make sure we can do those gigs. So we've actually the last couple of years taken on new cohorts and actually opened up like full auditions to take like the next group of members. And it kind of works in a way that like potentially could just continue to go on with fresh generations for as long as
It's very cyclical.
and we've just taken on like a new crew recently. So like it's one of
like
those things that
Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know. It's like it keeps on regenerating.
like potentially some of the girls that were like, I'm a bad bitch all the way home from that other gig might be so.
And I'm
might be
just
the
gonna
kinds of
go
people that want to join.
Okay, everybody.
Alice will have to pitch forever. Pitch queen. But I mean, I don't
Honestly,
foresee
us,
any kind of.
we've got some really exciting things coming up. Which we've got an original song that we recorded.
Amazing.
And let me tell you, it was no mean feat getting 20-something of us in a fucking studio.
It was such a good day, though. It was such a good day.
Everyone's like, okay, shut the fuck up. We gotta concentrate. Because we were just so happy to be there, you know? Like,
We've had to get like a
so
shush
funny.
tambourine because
Yeah.
we get so excited about everything.
Shushy!
Alice going shushy and banging the tambourine like sorry.
And so that's been recorded, mixed, and mastered, and that's ready to go. We're just rolling out a PR campaign for it soon, but that's really exciting, and we're going to get to do a video clip for that as well. And it's just nice doing originals, because covers are fun, but we're such a multi-talented group of gals. I just feel like so many people, so many girls are, women are songwriters as well, so...
And that's the thing, I think, as we've gone on and we have more professional opportunities and things that we're doing, and we're also now so well rehearsed in like how we work in terms of arranging songs and selecting songs.
It just gets so much quicker as well.
Yeah,
like
it gets so much quicker.
Yeah.
The arrangements get so much more complex. We have additional talents in there. We do workshops to expand our skills as well, but like we've got beatboxing now that comes into our songs, which we didn't have originally, but just add extra complexity. We work in more body percussion now that we're more comfortable with that. So as we also get other people that have different skills, we really start to be able to work them in. And we have amazing women who work on music and songwriting in their own right. So if we can harness everybody's individual skills and strengths, then we really have a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, sounds like there's you guys aren't ending anytime soon. There's going to be more and more songs.
To no end in sight. The bad bitch democracy lives on.
When's your PR campaign starting and the video clips?
We're still nutting that out.
Working it out.
Okay, yeah, but that's exciting. Like that could be like a whole new kind of door, like and
Yeah.
start writing your own music and
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm sure there's heaps of people out there who.
And it's just fun. It's fun making your art permanent, you know?
Yeah.
Like gigs are great, but actually having a really well recorded thing that we all wrote And shout out to Jules and Neil who had to deal with us screaming and screeching
In the
and
studio.
singing John Farnham's The Voice and Toto's Africa for like 8 hours.
How did we get there? It was because it was so
Patience
many breaks
of a
in the
saint.
studio,
Oh my God.
and like with people going and recording individual parts, that then like sometimes we'd have like a couple of hours with just a group of us descending into drinking whatever.
We had a singing
alcohol we
party.
packed in.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, every time we
I was
hang
gonna
out,
say, I
it
feel
descends
like-
into a singing party. So.
Yeah, you know what ends up happening?
Yeah.
Like we end up just like taking over a corner of the pub and everyone's like, shut up.
Like, okay,
Amazing.
good time. What?
Yeah, so shout out to them. But PR campaign would like to align ourselves with media companies that kind of reflect us. Yeah, so we're looking into that. Maybe something LGBT because literally 80% of our choir is LGBT. So it'd be great to align ourselves with somebody like that. Yeah.
Awesome.
But usually, especially if you have any background or know why it might be a great event to support, we kind of we pitch the gig as well. Like we put it up and everybody votes on it. Obviously for availabilities as well, but also votes on it based on whether or not it fits our ethos and our values and something that we want to be a part of.
Yeah.
And we do get these really great, amazing opportunities to do big gigs and things as well. But I think for a lot of us, the things that we get so excited about is when it's about an issue that we're really passionate about and something that we want to get behind to support. And it's one of those things, like you said before, if we can put our voice to something that helps to raise awareness about something, helps to raise money for something, like we jump on those ones pretty quick because it's, at the end of the day, I think those are the ones that are so rewarding and we're kind of reminded of the power that something like this can have and the help that we can offer through what we do. So
And community gigs as well. Like we love to do stuff in the community as well. Like any fundraising gigs or anything like that. Like I think that because we're quite an emotional choir and I think that's a good thing. I think that's one of our strengths. Yeah. And then when we do a gig that we're really passionate about it, you can see it and you can feel it. Because we're like, this is such a great cause.
We believe in it.
Yes. Yeah.
And also, one of the best gigs we ever played, I feel like, was Heaps Gay. Holy shit, was that a great gig.
Oh my gosh.
It was such a great gig.
So much fun. And
because
everyone's singing.
Everybody,
it's
on brand. We care about the community that we're singing to and they loved us back just as much. And also you just feel really comfortable in your own skin there. It's just whoever, I don't know if you know the people that put it on, but
she's a good friend of mine. Like, and
damn, those parties are fun. They're really fun.
Everything that Heaps Gay do are really really fantastic.
Like, look at me, I don't dance, but I dance.
Yeah. So we did a couple of Heaps Gay gigs, but I think like the Mardi Gras one was like a massive highlight.
Oh my god, it was so great.
And we were like, half of us were dressed up from being on floats as well, and then had to rush straight. Luckily, I was on like a Heaps Gay Beyonce float, and then got to run straight in and then sing Beyonce.
Right. Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
We were tussling glitter out of our bodies for the next 5 months.
I mean, that's the Mardi Gras mood.
Every time.
Mardi Gras.
But like, you really do feel it when you're in such a supportive community and we're doing something that we care about and it's like obviously like something really important to such a large number of us. So those gigs are the highlights.
Yeah. And like weird opportunities like, oh, do you want to play the Edmore Theatre with Quentin Tarver?
That was that was such a great gig.
That was
Oh my goodness.
Incredible.
We did a gig with Vivid Sydney where we did the Young Hearts Run Free gig, which was the part 1 of the Romeo and Juliet soundtrack, the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet. And it was amazing. Like we sang with like some incredible...
Like Abby Dobson, oh my god, she was dressed like Juliet's angel, costume, and I'm like, you look and sound like a little angel, and she took both my hands.
I bet you didn't have the resting beach face there.
No, she melted my icy demeanor.
Right on. Beautiful demeanor. Stop it immediately.
But that was incredible because we sung it to a packed out crowd.
Like full, completely, like couldn't see the end of the people sea of like excited, happy, dressed up, like crazy Romeo and Juliet
really
fans.
amazing costumes.
And got to sing with the Quentin Tarver. Like
his voice, like
we all cried in the dressing room.
We did a whole bunch of jams, but you hear voices like that. You hear it on TV, but to hear it in real life, those voices, those like powerhouse voices where they do all these amazing vocal gymnastics as well as having this tone, you're like he came on. We just did a sound check, and I think we all collectively forgot to come in at the right time because we were all just like,
It was, he surprised us because we were all kind of warming up and we did a run through and he had a, I don't know what it's called, a radio mic or whatever.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it didn't have a cable, I don't know what it's called.
Like a little, is it like a little Britney mic?
He had a little Britney mic. That's right, the Britney mic,
That's
yes.
the official terminology.
The Britney mic.
Everyone was like, oh yeah, we get it.
But we were all kind of like warming up and singing and then he just started singing off stage and walked in and all of us were just like,
Yeah, we all like kind of like choked halfway through, and then we're like, "Wait, actually, have to keep going."
and it was
Everybody's free.
to feel good. Yeah, it was amazing.
I think like I was holding back tears the first time that I heard him sing it on stage.
Like
Yes,
holy
it was
shit!
like-
It's his.
Yeah.
It's just criminal that he's not famous. His voice is ridiculous.
those are really crazy moments.
Yeah.
Like when you're on stage and like the curtains are lifted,
Yeah,
and,
you're
like,
like,
and he
oh my
actually
God.
couldn't start for like the first minute because people
Everyone
were like
was
screaming
screaming.
and crying so much when he walked on.
Oh, it's so
But like
nice.
these really beautiful, crazy, like massive kind of moments that are really mixed in with we're giving our time fully
Yeah.
for free to community projects
Yeah.
and things we really love, and then every now and then there'll be like a moment like that on the Emerald stage. I'm like, what do we
the?
do?
Are we
What
performing
is
at the
this?
Admiral Theatre?
Incredible.
Yeah, we're performing at the Admiral Theatre.
Yeah. Like what? Yeah,
I
no,
think
that's
it's really great to have both of those because I think that they're both rewarding in very different ways, and they both kind of like complement each other in other ways as
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah,
because you're like, this gig's amazing and this gig's amazing, and when it comes down to it, they were both amazing because of the atmosphere and because of the people there.
Yeah.
Like it was so incredible to be able to perform at the Enmore Theatre because the audience was just giving us so much. Everyone just like, yeah, and we're like, yeah, and it was just this circle, and it was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, we've played dive bar gigs with punk bands.
I love that.
Me
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
So, also some of my favorite gigs are like the
yeah,
ones
like
that
gross dive bar,
Like
like
grungy.
Yeah,
like going to Newcastle and people are
oh my
like
God.
like you can't move and they're like crowd surfing
Yeah.
and jumping off the
Yeah.
balconies and
We-
like just
we
going
did
crazy.
one regional show in Newcastle, and that was with our great mates, the Stiffies. Guess what they sing about?
Okay.
And we got to play a Newcastle gig with them, and that was really fun. We should do that more often. It's just logistically it can be tricky.
Yeah, logistically transporting.
But
30
Pretty women.
bitches.
we need a bad bitch bus.
we need a bad bitch
basically.
bus.
Yes,
Triple B.
BBB.
Yeah.
Because that was actually one
Working
of the
on it.
things I was thinking. I was like, you guys should go on tour, but it would be
Yeah.
a lot of organization, and most of you probably have other jobs that you would have to.
Unfortunately.
Yes,
All of us have
yeah,
jobs,
yeah, exactly.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, at the end of the day, if we can all live off bad bitch choir
Bad bitch
tree rather than a
money,
bad bitch
yeah.
bus, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, but that's definitely in the works, especially in the new year. Nothing confirmed, but there's been talks.
Yeah.
You could do something like that for your new song that you wrote. Like you're gonna do like
A little
PR
promo
campaign.
tour.
Yeah.
Do a bus, go around.
Yeah, that'd be
Just go
great.
around Sydney. It's like
Yeah.
It's like make the bus our like stage drop, like like get some speakers, like put them up on the
Caravan
side.
campaign,
We need to reenact the beginning of Priscilla Queen at the judge.
Yes!
Essentially.
Let's be very real
Yes,
about this.
yes. Oh, the big silvery flowing thing, giant shoe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have to start a crowdfunding
It's in the
campaign.
works. It's in the works.
Yeah. Keep us updated.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I think unless you're not hurting your voice, there's no right or wrong way to sing.
Is that true though? Come
Yeah.
on.
I
People just say
agree.
Pitch Perfect, they all auto-tune.
They are auto-tuned. I think also like the further on we just get so used to hearing perfect sounding voices.
Yes.
And so it's like how, when you look at like CGI and you look at Shrek 1 compared to Shrek 5, you're like, what the fuck? That looks like shit. And you're like, wow, this is the most thing you can see ever have. So it's kind of like that with music and voice as well. You just get so used to everything sounding perfect when it doesn't sound perfect anymore. You're like, yuck. But at the same time, that's just how people sing.
I think that if the artist has got their heart in the right place and they're trying, then they're crushing it.
I mean, unless you're going, okay, I am actually tone deaf. I really can't. I can't hear that note. Then
do like But then
wow,
you do perform
the
it.
shame is real.
I'm joking, I've never even had it.
But like, if you
that's
want to like
it.
learn things like breathing and holding a pitch, and then like also knowing how do you drop your soft palate and all the technical
So
stuff.
but
and
does
jaw
everyone
tension.
who's auditioned and joined, like they actually have a singing background? Like they've been
No.
Some of them have never sung before.
We go from like, I can read sheet music, and I'm like, oh, we're not that kind of choir, but that's to like people who are like, I can sing in my garage.
Yeah.
And I think probably more of us than not are like singing in your garage background.
Singing into a deodorant bottle, just, you know, that.
And I think like
karaoke, 12 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Like we're not a traditional choir. We don't have our sheet music there.
There's
we're
no
not being
choir
conducted through
master.
the whole
Yeah.
thing. Like it's something that it's so passion driven
Yeah.
and we have very unique voices. Like we're not looking for anything in particular or like someone that we would consider to be technically like perfect in singing. It's actually so much more interesting when people have really diverse voices and they suit really different songs we might not even think that we were going to do, or they can make really interesting sounds with their voice. And,
because our repertoire is so we sing from like anything from Wu-Tang to Queens of the Stone Age to like, you know, like folk.
I Thought You Were God.
I Thought You Were God, which is very folk, very
Yeah.
Christian. But could you imagine somebody who's got like an operatic voice trying to sing Queens of the Stone Age? It won't work.
It just doesn't work.
So it's just nice.
Yeah.
to have
And
people-
90% of like what we individually sing as part of the choir will be backing vocals and sounds and like needing to be able to harmonize. And it's a lot of it is actually about being able to listen to other people rather than like your voice being indistinct from everything else. It's actually about being a collective voice. It's really, really different to being a solo artist.
But having said that,
What are you looking at?
oh no,
Yes. So, what's an easy song that San can sing?
Can I ask something as well? Can you tell, like, just by, you know, normal talking, like whether someone can...
Not at all.
Absolutely
Okay,
not.
so you
No.
can
That's a
sometimes-
good question. That's a good question.
you can sometimes tell that like just the colouring of the timbre of their voice.
So you can tell,
What's
like, the
my
quality...
colour of my timbre?
Diagnose us.
Shit, you put me on the spot now. Cameras are rolling. Can you just fix it and post it that it's But you know what I mean, like a lot of the time I think people's voice kind of sounds like what they not exactly, but you get a little hint.
I mean, maybe
because I know she doesn't talk like this, you know.
But her voice, you can tell she'll have a low voice.
How does Shakira talk?
That was pretty good.
That's one of my favorite
Running
of
jokes
her
of her trying to make me do a
I'm
Shakira
trying-
impression. It's like, do Game of Thrones, but Shakira
my-
style. I'm like, oh god, okay.
That's my favorite game is giving her a theme tune but doing it in Shakira style.
Play that now. Can you do one again?
Game of Thrones Shakira.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm very curious what that would actually sound like though, Game of Thrones.
I can't do it. Like the theme tune, like the dun 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 dun. But Shakira.
Find light in the beautiful sea.
Find light in the beautiful sea.
I choose to be happy.
I choose to be happy.
You and I, like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see.
You're a shooting star, I see.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm on the verge of a panic attack.
That is not the.
That is not the desired outcome.
The last line,
It's
the next
actually-
line will be good.
I don't know what the last
I choose to be
is.
happy.
What do we got to?
I choose to be happy.
You know, you and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. All right away. At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. We're not even waiting for you to
Kieran,
respond.
Kieran. Felt that.
Just keep singing. I'll join in and then I'll like, you know, like sort of like just submerge myself.
Well, actually, what's a song that's got a call and response in it already?
Hey guys, thanks for watching us on the Convo Couch again. And my name is Sun, this is Connie. And we've got the Bad Beach Choir.
You can sit with us.